Thank you, Mr. Lieutenant Governor. Good morning, Nebraskans. I'm grateful to senators like Matt Hansen and Senator McKinney who don't maybe have such a personal stake in this kind of issue because they're not somebody who would ever use a lactation room, but it's really men who have always been needed historically to move these things along. And I'm thankful for Senator Michaela Cavanaugh for making space today and many, many other times throughout this special session for redistricting to talk about this important issue, even though it's not directly related to redistricting. It is, because it's the same systemic problem that we keep seeing in this building and in this legislature of we're not listening to the people who are affected by the policies we make. When constituents tell us that they don't like LB1, they don't like LB3, they don't like how these maps are drawn, and then we come in here, we introduce amendment after amendment late in the night, early in the morning. None of us have seen it before we get to vote on it. It comes to our desk. We're standing at ease for hours to wait for the copier to make copies of the amendment for us so we can read it. Of course, the public hasn't seen it. The public tells us constantly that they don't like this process. Just as the mothers who are staffers in this building and former staff in this building are telling us that we have a problem with the institutional processes in this building. And people in this body say they care. As Senator Cavanaugh said, every single woman in the 106th legislature signed on to her bill to create a mother's room in the Capitol. But if you say you care, that costs you nothing. It costs $0.00 to sign on to a bill and say, oh yeah, we gotta help the moms. When push comes to shove and you have to actually do something about it, you're not there. And that's so weak, and that's so embarrassing for you, and that's such a shame for the people that you represent. That's the best you can do for them. We can do way better. And of course it took a mother coming into this legislature, Senator Michaela Cavanaugh, to get anything done on this. Senator Matt Hansen is right. It's an embarrassment to this institution that it took us so long to get a mother's room, and it's an embarrassment to the institution that now we no longer have one. Without any fanfare, without any ceremony, without any email, without any public notification, the lactation room was removed to create an office for a man. Of course, quickly, the same Senator Michaela Cavanaugh springs into action to solve it. She doesn't just complain, although we got time to do both. We can solve it and we can complain. But she finds a solution. That day, she packs up all her stuff and moves out of her own office, a state senator in Nebraska giving up her office as a senator so that a man in the building can use it, and the women of Nebraska and the mothers of Nebraska can have the lactation room back that they should have had decades ago, honestly. A mother identifies the problem, a mother finds a solution, the solution is implemented, we have a lactation room, the lactation room is taken away by a man, Senator Hughes, to create an office for a man. Senator Michaela Cavanaugh, a woman, finds a solution, leaves her office to give something back to the women of Nebraska. And all we have to do is say, okay, thanks, that was really helpful. I guess this will work for now and we'll find a solution longer term soon. Thanks, Michaela. Nobody said that.
1 minute.
In fact, it's basically been crickets. The only men we've seen get on the microphone, John Cavanaugh, Senator McKinney, Senator Hansen. I see a couple men in the queue here. All of them from the same political party, I'll note. I don't see anybody from, the party of life standing up to talk about how we need this lactation room for women who've brought life into this world. And that's a shame to you and an embarrassment to you. Thank you, Mr. Lieutenant Governor.